Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi
Good
again.
evening.
Good evening. Salutations. Anyway, I was just in this chair a few minutes ago. This kind of seems like deja vu a little bit.
All
Sorry.
over again.
Yeah, our dog is in the office tonight, by the way. So we're
Yeah.
like looking down
We're
and
gonna see what that's like.
whatever. So it'll be fun. But yeah,
Ooh,
I
just
was
realizing I forgot to clean up my stuff
I
from
was
painting yesterday.
I was on another podcast, and I'm going to be dropping that in the Travel Tips Tuesday podcast feed later on.
Yeah.
But I talk about them probably in a couple of days or so. But I talk about them all the time. Matt Appleby and Susie Bryan. They're both friends through Travelmation. They're good people, and they do a great show called the Imagineers Podcast. So definitely check their stuff out. Again, it's not their information is not in the show notes for this show, but will be in the podcast version when that gets released later on. So later on this week, again, probably the next couple of days or so. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We talked about the Monorail Loop resorts. Polynesian, Grand Floridian, the Contemporary, a little bit about Bay Lake Tower. We even went over to Fort Wilderness, the campgrounds, talked about the cabins and the camping spots and Wilderness
I love how you say that like
Lodge.
you actually
And
went over there.
yeah, we did. I walked over there like I just got back.
In your mind.
Yes, in my soul.
That was sinister.
Sorry.
Good grief. Oh, is this thing where it's supposed to be?
I did not intend for it to go that way. So Jen, number one fan. Hi, John and Tanya.
Hi, Jen.
Hello. Good to hear from you. So again, just got off with Matt a little while ago. So you can go over to the Imagineers Facebook page or YouTube channel and check their stuff out and watch the live version of it, or subscribe to their podcast feed. It was a lot of fun. So I'm doing something tonight that I have only done a handful of times, and that is I don't have an outline. Like I'm holding my phone. I guess it's like a
He's
security
going off
blanket
script.
going off. Well, tonight is it's off script. So that was not scheduled for me to go on their podcast at all. I got a frantic of sorts, I guess.
Give them all away.
What?
Don't give them away.
Give them what would I? Anyway,
he was invited.
I was invited. He had actually said
we're
to me,
gonna have a great show. We're gonna have a great show.
Yeah, it was fun. Anyway, so I got a message asked me to come on tonight, and it was fun. It worked out. It was good. It's good times. So I hope you all love our
great oldies.
Yeah. John is living dangerously tonight. No outline. Yes, I don't know what I'm doing.
So wild.
I never know. I don't even know why I have an outline. Really. So actually, though, it is kind of
cool. Not now that I'm here, and I just kind of say whatever I want whenever I want to, whether or not it's related.
Yep. There's that.
Word vomit.
Hey, word vomit. There he is, Matt Appleby. Yo.
Hi, Matt.
And for those of you listening,
thanks for inviting me to be on your show, Matt.
No, I told
I'm totally
okay.
kidding.
No,
totally kidding.
You could have come and sat down. It was fine. Like I had it ready.
It was bedtime. Someone's got to put these kids to bed.
Yeah. Well, luckily there didn't seem to be too much screaming and wailing and gnashing of teeth tonight.
Not as much as normal. No.
That liquid melatonin is a beautiful thing.
Well,
parenting.
Cheers.
Hack.
That's what
is that what that is? So you're not.
It's my sleepy tea.
So I guess you're not getting up in the morning to work out.
Yes, I am, because I will have gotten a good night of sleep.
All right. Would you like for me to help you get up?
No.
All right. Okay, fine. Okay.
He did this morning, and I did not appreciate it. He goes, he's like, you ready to? No, I'm not. I just fell back asleep.
No, look, Matt says I was informed you were coming and you didn't. Well, no, I didn't.
I believe you, Matt.
Whatever. All right.
I believe you.
Anyway. So all of this is considered pre-show. This will not actually be in the real show.
You take away all the fun parts.
You want me to
listen
leave
to the podcast?
You want me? Okay, fine. We'll anyway, we should rename the show. Rebrand this experience.
Travel Tips Tuesday, and a random lady who talks about whatever, who word vomits.
Yeah, word vomits. Yeah, Matt, if you're still watching and you haven't already just canceled us. They're like, I just got on the first time. Yeah, I'm never having this guy on again.
This is podcast. See, it's
This
gold.
is
He
podcast
says.
gold. Matt's at home by himself without anybody in the house, so he's got nothing better to do, I guess.
And then sit around and watch
So,
us.
Context is everything.
That's our new tagline. When there's nothing else to watch,
when there's
Tune
nothing
in.
else to do. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, he does, like he said, like if there's ever anything we want to talk about, we can come on their show. So Susie's a lot of fun to talk with. I think y'all would like. I think you'll be like two peas in a pod.
I love talking to people.
Yeah, she does.
I talk all the time.
Yeah.
I'm the talkingest introvert you've ever met.
The talkingest introvert. That should be like your new like Instagram handle or something.
People are like, because I like to go places by myself.
Yes.
Well, you're introverted, so you like being alone. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but I could also talk to a wall. I made so many friends when I was there, mostly by myself at Disney in December, didn't I?
Yeah.
I made a lot of friends.
So look,
From Oregon, from Australia.
Get out
I
of
had
here, mate.
meals with people.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, I've got a Run Disney client I'm working with right now for the marathon weekend next year.
Oh.
I'm pretty excited about that I met through a Dopey Challenge group. So she's from Australia.
From Australia, yeah. That's the
G'day,
link.
mate. So
Don't stop.
Sorry,
You just embarrassed
I just embarrassed myself.
everyone.
Should not have done that.
Y'all felt
sorry. It's
uncomfortable
late.
listening to that. didn't you? I'm
I felt
sorry.
uncomfortable as though it was coming out of my mouth. I'm sorry. I have
instant regret.
have
You
a-
saw it here, folks.
I
Today.
have a brother-in-law that's Australian, so I don't know why I did that. Anyway, Jen says you guys do need a new intro for your podcast format. Just saying, it's not just John. No, I 100%. We've actually got
Oh yeah, I forget that's a thing because I don't
Yes.
listen to the
Yeah.
podcast version of
So,
this. I mean, yes, I do.
I have reached out to somebody to maybe assist with that process. So I need to circle back around to see if we can get something done, because I don't want it to be just like me in a closet recording something just so I can find a quiet, because there's no quiet spots in this house.
It's 2022. They're
But-
recording whole like
well,
animated series.
Yeah,
at
this
closets.
is true, but just like I want something that's quasi professional to be on the podcast.
I'm just
version.
saying, the Bad Batch was filmed in people's closets.
Well, is it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was made during the pandemic.
Huh. There you go. Fun fact. By the way, if you've never
well,
watched Bad
some
Batch,
people
go
like
watch it.
D. Bradley Baker has like
Yes.
I mean, that's what he does for a living, so he has like that voice set up. But I think the woman who played Omega, like
Omega,
Michelle
oh my
Ng, I
gosh.
think is her name.
I can't stand that.
I don't think she is a she would be offended by that because that's her,
Not-
natural pronunciation.
well,
but anyway,
No,
I think
not the.
she's not like a full-time voice actor, so I think she had to set up like a deal in one of her closets. I read an article, but it's been, that came out almost a year ago.
I
now.
wasn't talking about the person or even the voice per se. It's the characterization of how. Anyway, it's not. Anyway, I'm fine with the voice. It's. Now you're just making me sweat it out. All right. Anyway, Dave
I'm
says
interested to know what he was going to say.
rebrand to Tanya's right, John's wrong. Dave.
Tanya's Travel Tips Tuesday.
Yeah.
Ah!
This is true. And Dave says I
Don't do
could
that.
use his basement studio, and his studio is soundproof. Dave Adams, by the way, is up here at the top of Alabama with me, just down the road. Like literally turn of our neighborhood and kind of like go left and go right, and you're at his house in about 7 minutes. So
7 minutes. Amazing.
maybe 7 minutes, 15 seconds. I mean,
And
you know,
you're
give or
welcome to
take.
come record in our incredibly hectic and loud
Yes.
house anytime you want. Just return the favor. We're friendly like that.
Yeah, 100%.
We
Matt,
will feed you though.
this is true that we will. If you come to our house, we will feed you. Some of the best podcasts are recorded in the closet, like Only Murders in the Building. I've not listened to that. Not familiar with it. But
I thought that was a Hulu show. Did they do a podcast? I mean,
maybe there's. I
isn't
don't
that a
know.
Hulu show with
I don't
like
know.
Martin Short and Steve Martin and somebody
I know what
else?
you're talking about. I don't know if it is. Maybe Matt could clarify. But
Yes, please, because I wanted to get Hulu just for that show.
hey, Vinny, he says, I'm building my AV students a whole podcast studio this summer. It's like Christmas right now with all gear coming in. I bet you should
I bet
see.
it is.
I need to take a picture of this setup before I tear it down tonight and just like post it later, just so people know.
Make sure you get my messy desk over there that still has my
100%.
painting stuff out
This
from
is-
Saturday.
This is real life. real life. Anyway,
This room stays locked though, so we can kind of like
It
I can leave
does.
my painting stuff out for 4
Yeah.
days, and the kids won't mess with it.
and yeah, it's locked. It's got a carpet floor. Whereas when I used to do it, we were out in what was designed as a dining room that we turned into the initial home office that is now a playroom in our house. It's way too much information. But anyway, it didn't sound, I don't know why I said all that. It didn't sound the best. So that's one of the reasons why I was looking forward to coming in here is that we have more of I don't know, it sounds a little bit better to me.
Sure.
Anyway, so let's go ahead and kind of get started with the show, bring some sort of content focus to it.
It's Tuesday, March 15th, 2022, and you're joining us for Tanya's Travel this Tuesday.
And we're out. Have a good night, everybody. No, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, how could you follow that?
Yeah. So it is tonight is Tuesday, March the 15th, 2022.
Like I didn't just do
and
that.
we're going to talk all about a few resort
Stuff.
hotels, the things around the Crescent Lake down at the Walt Disney World resort, and we're going to get into that here in a little bit. But we do have
a little bit about our dog, probably. And he's adorable.
He's totally adorable. He has 3 legs. He's a Schnauzer mix. He's jet black, and his name is Snuffles. So if you get the Snuffles reference, drop it in the comments. Would love to hear from you.
It's not because he actually snuffles, although he does.
He does, but that's not. It's referencing something that is near and dear to our hearts in a few different ways. So
one of our kids loves to ask people, guess how much legs he has.
Guess how much. Hey, speaking of,
and the person's like, I feel like this is a trick question.
Speaking of snuffling, this is an interesting segue.
Ooh.
What is your favorite smell at Walt Disney World? You see what I did there? Yeah. What is your favorite smell at Walt Disney World? This is our question of the day, and we've got oh my goodness, I haven't even commented back and forth. There's 26 replies.
People care about their smells.
People love the smells. It's one of the core.
Please just take that one sentence out of context. and someone
smells.
Make a meme out of that, please. Just that one.
Yeah. With my face, if you want. I don't care. I have no dignity anymore. It's fine. It'll work out. But seriously, people do love their Disney smells. There are countless. You can go in my personal feed and look at this. There are countless companies that make wax melts and candles.
Know someone?
Yes.
Do you have one?
No, I've got one back here somewhere. Anyway, it's back here. I think
we're prepared for this.
I think it's down there under.
We're very prepared.
In the bottom. I'm not really sure. I've got a candle in my office. That was made by.
It's here.
That was made by Nicole Nichols, who is owner proprietor of Luxalume Candles, and
Would it be here?
they are. Yeah, it's down there somewhere. I've got so much stuff down here. Y'all are gonna be like, what in the world? She also has a Disney focused line, Disney inspired line as well. That's pretty great. She's done some custom stuff along the way. There was one candle that she made that only had 3 versions of it ever made, and our friend Ian has one of those. And I won't say what it is, but just know it's one that
it's here.
You see,
you have to take. You're gonna have to take my word
it's
for
there
it.
somewhere. Anyway, she does a lot of really good, great products. So definitely check her stuff out. Nicole does an outstanding job.
You okay?
And the workmanship is great. I think the dog hit his head on the nightstand or something. So, R.I.P. Matt says
he was helping me look for it. The dog was.
Matt says, "Rest in peace, Orange Grove smell from Soarin'." Yes, really.
That was a good one.
We need to go to California Adventure next time they have doing Soarin' over California. I feel like they were doing it now for some reason. I think it's going on now. I could be wrong, but I know they were bringing it back at some point. Anyway, Jen says, "I've got a poly candle that I will not burn because I do not want the smell to go away."
Oh, you could buy another one.
You could buy another one.
Whoever makes them will probably sell you handfuls and handfuls.
This is true.
How many would be a handful? 3?
Yeah.
Depending on how big they are.
Yeah.
Those Yankee candles is 1.
Yeah, those Yankee candles. Let's not talk about those Yankees. This is just I don't even know.
For those of you listening in podcast land, just try and imagine what my face looks like right now.
I get this look a lot.
It's a mixture of shock and
what in the world just came out of your mouth?
No, I'm just...
Who are you? But seriously,
so
there are a few Disney news things that have dropped. I'm going to kind of go from.
Oh, you want some news?
Oh, you want some news?
You want some
Go,
news?
you do this. You do you. In the Disney news.
Well, the Senate passed this bill thing canceling, so we would permanently stay on daylight savings, and I feel very strongly about this. So that was some news that I saw today.
That happened today?
I saw in the news today.
I did not know that.
So
how do you feel about daylight savings? Let's talk about.
Well, because it affects the fireworks schedule. That's how it's related.
It does, and it affects the sanity of parents with babies. So I'm serious. Those sleep schedules, especially when you're like setting that earlier on in life, that matters.
So my big thing about that, one of the several reasons that I dislike the switch and standard time is I always think about people who are in nursing homes, old people we know are more commonly affected by what do they call it? Seasonal affective disorder or something like that. And so it's just, I don't know, rates of depression and stuff are higher in those months when you don't have that daylight. And it's I don't know.
Yeah.
It was great when it was invented, but we live in a completely different society, and it's just.
It had its purpose. I mean, the internet didn't exist then. I mean, the way commerce. I mean, it was largely a decision that I think was based around commerce and farming and a number of things. And now
it's irrelevant for most of the society.
It's done in a completely. We live in a different world. So let me back up real quick because I feel like I need to.
Did you see that, Bethany? Were you
hang on?
Me?
Jen says, "Hey, I resent that as New Englander talking about my Yankee comments."
Oh,
so I'm
my
sorry
word.
about that.
Oh, is that why you made that? See, I didn't realize you were a Yankee. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, wait, you're sorry that she's a Yankee?
I say that on several levels.
What?
Yeah.
No, she doesn't. Anyway.
There's double meaning there, Jen.
Yeah. So wait. What is Bethany referring to?
I think she's talking about the daylight savings.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
okay.
she wrote him another one.
I heard it was a unanimous vote.
Yeah, in the Senate.
So there you go. Because I know several states have passed resolutions and whatever. I think Alabama did.
Tennessee did a year or two ago.
I feel like Florida did. Maybe Matt could correct us if they're wrong. But
I have one of my sorority sisters lives in Arizona, and twice a year she's like, ha ha.
Yeah. Anyway, our question of the day is: what is your favorite smell at Walt Disney World? We'll get into some of those detailed responses here in just a little bit. I think some of you have started to comment on that, so thank you for that. But again, there's lots of news that has dropped. I saw today, as of March 18th, the United Kingdom is dropping all COVID-related COVID travel requirements. So there's another major country that is
Friday.
That is kind of moving forward, which is great. And a lot of the mask options are being relaxed. Even this is true. Even
I keep him on task.
Even Disney. So I don't know if you know this or saw this. Even Disney made a small adjustment in an announcement today. So recently they dropped the facial covering requirements indoors and kind of made it optional for guests that are vaccinated. And no, they don't check your COVID vaccine card or whatever. But now for transportation, they are no longer requiring facial coverings to be used in the Skyliner. So before you still had to, but now it's just going to be on buses, I believe. So
monorail.
Buses and monorail. So moving forward,
and that's kind of outside of their realm of control,
right?
Is it not?
Yeah.
I did also see something today about cruises.
Yeah.
Went from high to moderate or something like that. Their COVID risk or whatever the CDC calls it.
Yep.
Changed it from high to moderate.
Yeah, and cruising is definitely.
I just changed the subject. Sorry, I was.
No. I mean, it all has to do with kind of the Disney travel news part of it. But cruising is definitely coming back too. I think as far as from a travel planning perspective, have had more people interested in that. So if you're thinking about a cruise, the rates have been really good for a while, and I'm starting to notice the availability is going down, and those cruise fares are starting to go up. So there's still some great promotions and stuff that are out there, which we can always kind of help you find. If you want to, plan a big group event or something like that, there's some special rates that we can get you. But that's kind of a shameless plug for the travel planning side of things up front. But let's go ahead and kind of.
It is what we do.
Just true. Let's go ahead and kind of get down into the content for tonight. Again, we're gonna focus over on Crescent Lake. If you don't know where Crescent Lake is, and by the way, hang on, I'm gonna take the video off while you can. It still does that crazy thing. So
why are you gonna take the video off? They want to
I was gonna show them the. I was gonna show them the thing.
See us, John. This is important in all caps.
It does, yeah. So anyway, so the picture, I just kind of flashed that real quickly. The background that people listening to the podcast are gonna be like, "What in the world?" I could have like kept going, but then you had to make a thing.
Why would I have missed that opportunity?
Why would
you opened the door? I had to walk through it, right? Can you back me up here?
Walk through it. All right. Anyway, so the picture I put up there was a picture I took, I think back in October, maybe. Over by the lighthouse as the sun was rising over in front of the yacht club.
Yeah, I would not be getting that picture, would I?
No. So
I get the sunset pictures
anyway. But yeah, it was a great place. So there are a lot of benefits to staying around the Crescent Lake area.
Can I jump in?
And you can just kind of hit the pause button for a second.
Did you hear that? You can. And then he said, hit the pause. You said two different things at once. Can I jump in? You can.
All right, go ahead. All right, go ahead. I was going to do like a thing, but go ahead.
Go ahead. Do your thing.
No, you do you. It's fine. All right. Go ahead. Seriously. Just sip your tea as loud as you like. All right. So the area around Crescent Lake, if you're not familiar with it, is sort of on the backside of Epcot. She's so doing that on purpose now. Hang on a second. Jen says this podcast sometimes feels like listening to mom and dad not fighting but fighting.
We're having a discussion, Jen.
Fair enough. Hope, I see your comment. I'll get to it in just a second. So Crescent Lake
hit the pause,
is a great place to stay, and I like it for the convenience factor of being close to the International Gateway of Epcot, which has its own Skyliner station that could take you over to the Riviera Resort as well as Caribbean Beach, and you can hop on a different line. They'll take you over to Art of Animation and Pop Century, and then you could also take it over to Hollywood Studios from the kind of switching over from the Caribbean Beach Skyliner hub. So there are a lot of benefits to staying there. That's a big one. Of course, being close to the back entrance of Epcot, a lot of great dining. For clients that are foodies, I generally recommend one of the Epcot kind of Crescent Lake resorts because of the proximity to Epcot and the food festivals and even the dining options that are at some of the hotels. So there's a number of different reasons why I love these resort hotels that are kind of in the Crescent Lake area. And I want to start off with let's kind of go across the way from.
Don't I get to say my thing?
But I'm just saying where we're gonna go, and then I'll go back to you. So we're gonna start off across the lake over at Boardwalk here in just a minute, but I want to hear what she has to say.
Well, you basically already said it all.
Go ahead. No, you do you.
So people are all like, you want to stay on the monorail line, like you want to stay on a monorail resort, and you don't, because this one's better. Because like the monorail is cool. Everybody loves monorail. You can go to Magic Kingdom, you can go to Epcot, but I just feel like there's just more to do around Crescent Lake, like you were talking about. So I mean, it's
more walkable.
I would much rather stay at one of the Crescent Lake resorts. You know, Beach Club's my favorite. But I love that you can walk to the back entrance of Epcot. And like when we stayed at Beach Club January of last year, and the kids love being able to see the Eiffel Tower from our window. There's Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
And I had a friend who recently went and took the Skyliner over and was able to basically rope drop Remy's because it's right there.
Yeah.
And of course, as many of y'all are probably familiar, that's a new ride with a really long wait line. Wait line? A long wait. A line that is long.
A long wait in line.
There
it is.
There you go. So I love that. I love that you can take the Skyliner or walk or take a boat over to the Hollywood Studios. And quite honestly, those are my two favorite parks.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would rather go to those. So that's me in particular. Like I like Magic Kingdom just as much as anybody else, but I don't need to spend days and days there.
Right.
And then like you said too, the dining options are great. You've
Mm-hmm.
got your beaches and cream. You've
Yes.
got Ale and Compass. So many good
Mm-hmm.
things around Crescent Lake, the dance hall.
Mm-hmm.
Jelly Rolls over there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
Jelly Rolls, which is a dueling pianos
Yep.
bar. There's desserts. There's a new dessert place going in over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
A bakery.
Yep.
Yep. There's just all kinds of. There's the pizza window.
Mm-hmm.
There's already a bakery there. I mean, there's just so many things, and then there's shops. You can just like go in and like shop for items.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like there's this like I guess it's got a lot of the boardwalk hotel stuff in there.
The boardwalk was originally supposed to be almost more of like a
like
downtown
an attraction in itself.
It was almost supposed to be more of like a downtown Disney Springs sort of thing where it had like shopping and dining and dancing and kind of
more entertainment, like a magician and the lady with the hula hoops and and then you could rent those little
Surrey bikes.
Yep, and like ride around. And it's great. And then there's good dining at the Swan and Dolphin too, which you can walk to the Swan and Dolphin. It's pretty.
Right.
I mean, I love the convenience factor, and then I like Yacht and Beach because of the pool.
Right.
I love the pool.
Yeah, Stormalong Bay is great
so much. Yeah, the whirlpool is my favorite. It's like an actual. If you're not familiar, it's like an actual whirlpool. So like it spins and you get caught in it and you just get like carried around and around.
It's a freshwater but sand bottom pool
that they imported. They brought in from like I can't say imported. They brought in from like Arizona. It's like super soft.
Yeah,
it's really nice. Yeah. There's a little water slide.
Well, it's not. I mean,
not a little water slide. I mean, it's not like a water park.
It's pretty long. I forget the actual length of it, but it's pretty sweet. I love it. It's really fun.
And there's actual beach there. I like the activities. They do like movies on the beach, and I mean, there's just a lot of really neat things. And even the little grab and go, the little it's not really a quick service, but it is a quick service. But they have some good stuff. Yes. Like we got barbecue macaroni and cheese, like pulled pork macaroni and cheese a few nights. It was so good.
Yeah, I think they call it the marketplace.
Yeah, the marketplace
at Beach Club. And they have the market at Ale and Compass over on the other side.
Yeah, that's right. So I just I don't know. I would much rather stay at one of those than at a monorail resort. Yeah. And it's gonna be slightly less expensive. I feel like, generally speaking.
Yeah,
there's still deluxe resorts,
right? It will be a little bit less expensive, and you do get a lot of the same amenities that you might see. I mean, things are going to be a little bit different. You may not see as many dining options,
club level,
but there's still a lot
there.
So, like technically, Yacht Club and Beach Club are two separate resorts, but their buildings they don't just like touch each other or they're close. They're literally like they adjoin each other. They share a firewall. Yeah. So, and they share the Stormalong Bay pool. So you've got the
fitness center.
Yeah, and you've also got Beach Club Villas. So great for larger parties and larger families that are looking for a place to stay, which is actually where we stayed. We stayed in one of their deluxe studios when we went. And it was
still had
great.
A pull out for the second bed. Is it still like that, or have they?
Yes, yes. So some of it's a great thing to bring up. So some of the deluxe studios are their Disney Vacation Club accommodations that are first like prioritized to DVC members, and then a certain portion of them are set aside as days kind of get closer and closer, if that makes sense. And the deluxe studios will hold most of them will hold up to 5 people. They have a regular queen bed, either a pull-out queen or a Murphy style queen, and a 5th sleeper for like an adult size 5th sleeper. So as opposed to yes, technically for Disney standards, it is larger than the one that is at Caribbean Beach and Port Orleans Riverside.
Okay.
Those are considered child size pull down beds. So gotcha. Like if you're traveling, you've got teenagers or whatever that want a separate bed. It's a great option. Now, what I will say is that there's some deluxe studios on Disney property, some that are better than others, and not just because of the layout of the hotel, but because of the layout of the actual room itself. The ones at the Polynesian, I absolutely love because they're not the only one on property that does this. but I think they're one of maybe 2, not 3, um, villa properties, DVC properties on that do this. They offer a split bath layout. So you've got one bathroom that has a shower and a sink in it. You've got the other split side of it that has a full bath, toilet, sink, and the whole bit. So you can have lots of people getting ready at one time, have a little bit more space to get ready, in the morning and sort of wind down at the end of the day. And then, they've got the fifth sleeper bed, and then usually like a Murphy pull down in that. So really, really comfortable. Love the deluxe studios. Great options for families going. The villas usually also have 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom at least. Some of them have 3 bedroom grand villas as well that will sleep a lot of people. So good stuff. What would you say is your? I was thinking about this. So we talk a lot about our love for dining at Disney, and this is kind of a hot topic. But what would you say is your favorite thing to eat out of any one of the Crescent Lake resorts?
Peaches and cream.
What at Beaches and Cream specifically? Just like
a cheeseburger and a sundae.
A cheeseburger and a sundae. There you go. Pretty classic.
Yeah. I don't remember what sundae we got, but it was really good, and I wanted another one.
So
it was like some Oreo business, wasn't it?
I think so. That's what they called it. Some Oreo business is the name of it.
That's what it says. Yeah.
Yeah. But there, of course, the kitchen sink is kind of like
if there's a cheeseburger on a menu, I'm probably going to get a cheeseburger.
We do love a good burger. Matt and I were actually talking about that earlier. So
17 days, I'll be eating my bison burger or whatever it's
called. At Geyser Point, we were talking about it. So
I cannot wait.
It's quite good. Let's see. I would also say at Ale and Compass, if you ever get a chance to go there, maybe we can get back there.
I haven't been there.
Family. I have not been there for lunch or for dinner. They're open for all 3 main meals. But I did have a chance to go there for breakfast prior to the Travelmation retreat last year. And I was asked to come hang out with some people. So I went, and they had these blueberry and bacon pancakes.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about those.
So these were not just pancakes. I'm gonna I like to make pancakes on Saturday sometimes for the family when we've got time. It usually ends up taking forever, but
it takes
forever. But they have obviously fresh blueberries, made from scratch batter, and not just little
You're gonna say made from scratch blueberries.
Yeah, made from scratch blueberries. Take a really long time. So, but they have not just little bacon bits scattered in them, but cubed chunks of bacon that are it's just so incredibly good. Some of the best pancakes I've ever had. They have these chocolate waffles that are there, and yeah, good.
I don't get to go.
You don't get to go. You'll be able to. We'll go sometime. It's not less time. All right.
See if I can't get me a reservation for.
She's gonna do her.
Oh man, Disney. I'm still logged in for a client. Do I need to be logged in?
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have to do that. You take care of yourself. You do you, as it were. So
I am.
Anyway, yeah. So lots of great dining opportunities over there at Ale and Compass in the Beach Club area. Big fan of that. And across the way, said we're going to start over here earlier, and we sort of just went back to one of our favorite spots because we do love Beach Club quite a bit. But Boardwalk, Disney's Boardwalk in the villas that are across Crescent Lake is by far one of my favorite places to go as well. They go all, they go all out during the holiday season. It is a great resort for families to gather as well. And it's pretty laid back. It has a pretty great vibe just to kind of go outside, sit on the boardwalk and hang out and grab a bite and people watch. So if you want to people watch around some of the resorts, but you don't want to be you want to actually see the people recycle, I guess, not see the same people over and over and over again. The boardwalk is a great place just to go and sit, even just to go out and in the morning, grab a book, maybe enjoy your morning, cup of coffee or whatever it may be. Absolutely love it. Yes.
Okay. Was it a buffet?
What? The Ale and Compass?
Yes,
it was not.
I have not moved on.
No.
They have a buffet. But it looks like it's mostly little side things. Fruit, yogurt, pastries, granola, cheddar biscuits, gravy, cinnamon rolls, not a lot of stuff. But then it has like an actual menu, the dark chocolate waffle.
Yes.
What'd you say? The blueberry pancake, blueberry bacon pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this has got my name all over it. Shrimp and white cheddar grits. Yes.
Yeah. So when we were there, they did not have. This is another great kind of tidbit and focal point for you for Disney dining. When I was there at Ale and Compass and dined, they did not have the buffet, and that was because of a lot of the COVID protocols that were in place. And now a lot of buffets are back. So,
oh man, lunch looks good too.
Yeah,
I could just eat the starters: crab cake, rolls, lobster corn chowder, roasted buffalo style cauliflower. I probably wouldn't get that.
Hang on.
That's that like a plant-based option, likely.
So Hope Parker, who's another Travel Nation travel agent, says got a what from the husband. So guess we'll have to try it next trip. Hope, if you have not been there, you absolutely do. Ale and Compass is a fantastic restaurant, and I think it's very underrated. And you can usually find reservations there. As well. So it's one of those places that's super convenient to Epcot. Like Epcot has a lot of great food options. Again, one of the reasons why I love this area so much is that it's so convenient to Epcot. It's quickly becoming my favorite park on property for a number of reasons, this being one of them. So if you need to step out and go grab a bite somewhere, head towards Yacht and Beach Club and grab a bite at the restaurant at Ale and Compass. You won't regret it. I can't talk. I can't at all. So we talked about these resorts being close to the International Gateway at Epcot, but it's also not terribly far away from Disney's Hollywood Studios. There is a walking path that goes from the boardwalk area down towards Disney's Hollywood Studios.
That's going to be a little bit of a longer walk. But it will. 15 minutes.
Yeah, it will. But if you are staying... You don't
want to walk it on the way back.
If you are staying... actually, speaking of the Deluxe, I think it's Deluxe Studios where they are for Disney's Boardwalk kind of villas. They're actually more towards the end, like further down. So you could actually take... It's probably closer to like, I don't know, 9 or 10 minutes. It gets a little bit off the time going that way. But if you're staying at Boardwalk, it's a little bit more convenient to walk to, just because of where the path goes, to walk to the studios from that area. But you can. In fact, the marathon course comes right down that way around the Boardwalk and then up back through Epcot. So that was a lot of fun. So Hope says, I really, really need to branch out from Ohana, LOL. So you know what? Ohana is great. Don't, I would not blame you for staying there.
I mean, got a lunch reservation.
There you go. So she's on the hook now. But I was thinking I might need to branch out. Yeah. So there are a lot of great places to go at Disney. I mean, funny enough, I didn't tell you this, but I was driving along up here in North Alabama and got behind somebody with a, just kind of run of the mill Alabama license plate, but it was like a custom tag. So like you can put whatever you want to on the back of it. You know what it said? Hangry. That's what it spelled out. like legit. I wanted to take a picture of it, but I was driving and whatever.
Seems unsafe.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. But yeah, so definitely Ale and Compass, talked about that a lot. Beaches and Cream is solid. So of course, the milkshakes, the ice cream, the kitchen sink. It's sort of it's got that sort of, I don't know, how did you describe it? Like
a 50s diner.
Yeah, like a 50s diner, but not like it's different from 50s primetime diner at the studios. So it's not so much
of like a soda fountain.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Soda fountain might be better.
Yeah. 50 soda fountain. That's a better, because it's mainly just like burgers and sandwiches and stuff. So great. And they do have a window where I think it's back open that you can go to get like milkshakes and some like basic ice cream stuff, like if you don't have reservations, because Beaches and Cream can be difficult to get a reservation, especially if you're trying to get for larger parties of more than probably 4 people, but you can end up having to split them up and do different things along those lines. So do you have any other thoughts, questions?
I'm modifying my reservation.
She's modifying her reservation. So, but yeah, so she mentioned the Swan and Dolphin. I want to talk a little bit about it. It is not technically a Disney-owned hotel. It is owned by Marriott, but it is a beautiful property. The Swan Reserve recently opened up. That is right in front of the sort of a separate building more towards the road. But it's a beautiful property. Again, it's owned by Marriott, but you still get a lot of the same perks
I stayed there last year.
versus staying at a Disney owned hotel. It's larger.
Stayed at the Dolphin.
And it has, I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong with this, but it has more of a, I'd say more of a conferencey type feel to it. No, you don't think so?
I'll give you that.
Yeah. So I mean, just meaning like you go in there and it's not about the theming per se. I mean, like the Swan and Dolphin, surely
there is theming,
but it's not as maybe as cohesive. Like it doesn't tell a story like Disney hotels do. Like there's a story, there's a backstory that cast members, the Imagineers come up with for all these hotels.
It was fine. Everything was fine. The thing that I did not like about it is, this is so first world. I couldn't use my magic band to unlock the door.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't use my magic band to pay for purchases.
Right.
And having been there 2 months before and staying in the beach club, I used my magic band for everything. Like I had my wallet on me somewhere probably, but I didn't need it for anything. I could just, time to check out or pay for a meal, use my band, get in the room, use my band. I mean, everything was use my band. And there I had to like take my card out to pay for things. And I had to like take my door key out to unlock the door. And I was like, this is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
So that's like a total like nitpicking kind of thing. But I did miss that convenience. Now, the friend that I was with is a DVC member and a pass holder. And so she was like, I mean, I'm constantly taking my card out anyway, because you have to show it for discounts and stuff that you get. So she was like, I don't even think about it. Like, I don't care. And so I get that, but I don't have either of those. And I don't have the annual pass.
Cough.
So I'm like, I don't have to worry about that. So I did kind of miss not being able to just use my band and going about my life.
Going about your life. Maybe one day we'll get there. We're working there.
This stuff's starting to kick in. How much longer we got?
Not much. Let's get our question of the day. How about that?
Yeah. I answered it.
Let's talk about. You did. So we're going to talk about the smells at the Walt Disney World Resort. There are a lot of great smells from the resorts, and that's Matt and I in the Imagineer show earlier that we were doing. We were talking a little bit about that. Kind of sort of one of my favorite smells is from the Grand Floridian. So I
don't remember there being smell.
Oh, it's so good. You just don't remember it. But
okay.
maybe next time you're there, go.
Next time I stay at the Grand Floridian.
No, just like go. I just say go, not like never mind. All right, domestic dipsy. Here we go. So
having a discussion.
Yes, ma'am. So Nicholas, one of our Travelmation buddies, says ocean spray or the dirt smell on Soarin'. Yes. He's talking about from the African savannah when the elephants like kick up the dirt and it like sort of sprays towards you.
Yeah, I don't go every 3
That's
weeks.
actually
I don't have it
the candle that I have in my office right now. That we don't know where it is. That's what that is what that smell is. It's the African savannah from Soarin'.
We're gonna find it and post a picture in the comments.
We will. Misty says popcorn. Love the popcorn smells.
I don't. Popcorn smell makes me. It's like a cloying smell. Like I feel like it's hard to breathe when there's
cloying.
Yeah, like it like fills up my nose and it's like a vocab word. You missed that in the 10th grade.
Yep. I missed a lot of things in the 10th grade. Tanya says, "Be our guest during Philhar Magic." I love all the smells from Philhar Magic. They're great.
But I like the Be Our Guest one.
Yeah.
Like all the pastries and the pie and stuff.
Dave says Beach Club Resort for sure.
Realize that had a smell either.
It totally does.
So I was sick with COVID and my dad kept calling me like, have you lost your sense of smell yet? And I'm like, really? I didn't have much of one to begin with, if we're perfectly honest. Yeah. So like all these, I'm like, I don't really remember any of these smells.
Yes. So
but I believe y'all.
So they say Hope says, love the Mickey's Christmas party smells during the parade too. So I don't think you've ever been to it. I have not been to it.
Yeah.
No, we didn't actually go to the party on our honeymoon.
But we went for our anniversary.
Did we? I didn't think we did. I thought we just did the Halloween party.
Where were we a couple episodes ago when he was like, you'll have to go with me someday. And I was like, I've already been with you.
No,
do you remember this?
He
never remembers going on trips with me. He just blocks them out.
Do.
I don't know why. I'm so much fun. Oh, sorry. That like woke up the dog. I'm sorry.
Where am I? Who are all these people? Jen says Dole Whip straight up. Love some Dole Whip smells.
I don't smell Dole Whips either.
Brittany says the Pirates water. That's a classic.
Pirates is another one that
yes.
I can't stand. It's like
some people.
smoke.
All right, so there's like two. There's the smoke, the burning smell. Yeah. And then there's the
burning one's cloying as well.
Right. Then there's the Pirates water smell. So there's like two different.
I'm unfamiliar with that.
Yeah. So it's a thing. Yeah. Vance just said Rome burning Pirates of the Caribbean. So used to be the Poly lobby before they took out the water.
Yeah, Rome burning. It's the same smell.
Yes.
Thank the Phoenicians.
At Spaceship Earth for sure. Tiffany says Flight of Passage smell, whatever that is. I don't know
that either.
We'll have to ask Nicole, and then Jonathan posted.
I'm adding nothing to this portion of the.
Jonathan posted a picture of his collection of wax.
He said, "You can't make me pick."
You won.
That's how I read that.
Oh yes, I can. She can make you. Trust me, Jonathan. What in the world? I have no idea what's going on right now.
No, well, you skipped them all. What did he have?
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I don't know. I can't reach. It's too far away.
Let's zoom in. All right, so he's got.
Ooh, the gray stuff.
Delicious gray stuff.
Walt's office, cotton candy. Where's the Club 33? I'm so fancy. I have Club 33 smells. I don't know what that smells like either.
Yep.
Jonathan, everybody with your Club 33.
All right. So the Polynesian, has good smells in general. Grand Floridian lobby. There we go, Samantha. Thank you for hanging with that. Polynesian confectionery.
Ooh, confectionery. I got you on that
yes.
one. I know that smell.
Wilderness Lodge. The ocean smell in Soren. So Soren's got a lot of great smells, of course. The Plaza Ice Cream Parlor, fresh waffle cone smell. That's a great smell.
I do recognize that one.
Whenever you go,
all the ones that I recognize are food related.
I mean, it's okay.
I'm like, the lobby has to smell the food. Yes, I remember that smell.
Right. Mackenzie says the Coronado Springs lobby, Flight of Passage, the ocean smell in Soren, and then Disney water like on Splash Mountain. Another shout out to Pirates and Poly, Wilderness Lodge, another Pirates. And then lots of different lobby smells on here.
More popcorn.
So then Sarah says Poly and Contemporary and whatever Main Street smells like. The combination of like waffle cones, popcorn,
and sunshine. I like that.
Maybe sunscreen and sweaty tourist while you're at it. So, which happened to be the name of the smell that my friend Nicole developed. Only 3 of. 2 of them have been thrown away. One of them exists inside of a bag that is inside of a bag, that is inside of another bag, that is inside of a box that is hermetically sealed for all time.
That seems extreme.
Ask Ian about it. He can. He's the only existing owner of one. But anyway,
I don't know what I meant by that, Ian. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. Jen says the smell I can do without is Figment's smell lamp.
Oh yeah,
it's not like that attraction.
Like skunk or something. Is that what the label says?
That attraction definitely needs some love. It's classic and has a kind of a cult following.
Okay, so here's a funny conversation a friend and I were just having. I did not realize until I went with Ashley this time last year that there was a Figment ride.
Yes, Journey into the Imagination.
I have worked at Disney World. I have been going to Disney World since I was 2 years old. I somehow never knew. I mean, it's entirely possible that I wrote it sometime as a child and forgot that it existed. But we were talking about this and I was like, I've always known who Figment was. I've always known who Figment was. I just thought he was like a park mascot. I've gone my entire life not realizing there was an actual ride for him until like a year ago. And I was like, now I'm questioning everything. What do I know? Is anything that I think actual reality? Like,
what is the meaning of life?
What I don't know. It's 42.
Your affection for Disney food is
43. Yes. 42.
What are you even talking about right now?
Someone in the comments tell me what the number is. I think it's 42.
What are you talking about?
Who knows what I'm talking about?
The meaning of life? All right.
Was you about to get a comment pop up? One of those 3 people listening to us know that the answer is 42.
Jen says, bring back the Dreamfinder. I think that'll be really cool.
What is the Dreamfinder?
Oh, gosh. All right. The Dreamfinder is one of the like featured kind of characters for the Imagination Pavilion experience. The Dreamfinder is the one that used to carry like Figment around in the parks. So
43.
She says she's pretty sure it's 43.
I can't remember 42 or 43. So I'll go with 43. I defer to Jen.
That's it. So anyway, this has been a lot of fun, kind of bantering onwards aimlessly. Thank you for following us along tonight.
God bless you.
Yes.
For following along.
God bless us, everyone. We hit some new record highs.
But I got a new dining reservation for
she did
for my trip.
like legit. Like I saw it as she was
it's
doing
lunch though. I'm gonna see if I can. Lunch looks good. Lunch looks good. But I'm gonna see if I can't try to get it for breakfast because that's the day I'm also planning on going to Geyser Point and Trader Sam's.
Ooh, well, yeah, we'll see. I hope you can.
And I feel like somewhere else.
Hope you can make it
because Trader Sam's opens at 3, so I was gonna like go at 3.
So,
did you see the
what
Dole Whip flight? They closed Aristocrapes.
Yes, you told me about this earlier.
They closed I talk about it. They closed Aristocrapes
sister.
At the Disney Springs. I almost said the Disney store. And they replaced it with Swirls on the Water.
Swirls on the Water.
And they have a Dole Whip flight. And it's
read the flavors.
I'm trying to. You interrupted me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll have another discussion about this when we get off here. It's like pineapple vanilla, which is pretty standard, I feel like. And it looked like it had a little wedge of pineapple stuck in there. And lemon cookie. It looked like it had a little sugar cookie stuck in there. Lemon cookie dough, I think. And then habanero lime. So I put that on my list to try when I'm there too.
That's solid.
Because that sounds really.
Three
Bridges. That's where I was going to try to do dinner on Fridays. Yes. Three Bridges Bar and Grill.
Yes.
I knew there was somewhere that I had planned for dinner.
By the way, Three Bridges.
You can't make a reservation for that.
Right. Three Bridges, great food. A lot of gluten-free items on the menu, including it's one of the second place on property where you can get gluten-free churros outside the Nomad Lounge at Animal Kingdom. So delicious. Definitely check it out. So I think it's been a fun show. It's been good.
43.
Good times. 43.
Someone enlighten this poor man.
Please do.
Oh, there's more smells coming in.
More smells coming in. Regal Eagle.
Regal Eagle.
Yes, Regal Eagle is delicious.
That is a good smell.
Good. Gotta love
bitter
the
they wouldn't let
barbecue
me
smoke.
Take the stroller in.
More shout outs for Pirates of the Caribbean. Jamie says Haunted Mansion.
We haven't got one for Haunted yet, have we?
No, we had one up here somewhere.
Okay.
So, but yeah, Haunted Mansion definitely has its own flair to it. So we love the smells. So next time you go to Walt Disney World, pay more attention to the smells. Like seriously,
clearly,
that's one of the things that Disney intentionally uses to kind of focus the guest experience. So,
and we know smells are very closely tied to like memory and emotions.
Yes, they are.
100%.
100%.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they do. So thank you all again for joining us for kind of a fun, unpredictable show on Travel Tips Tuesday.
Thanks for our dog for being our guest host.
Yes.
You can't see him, but he's totes adorbs.
He's there. He's really cool.
He's sleeping.
We'll bring him on sometime to ask him about Disney dogs. See what he thinks. No, he's not interested.
He just twitched. He's asleep.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you all for joining us for another Travel Tips Tuesday episode. We'll be back next week with another fun episode.
Oh, rate the podcast well.
Please rate the podcast well on Apple Podcast and Spotify.
If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
This is true. Well, we love your honest feedback, but it better be 5 stars. So just kidding.
But honestly, it better be 5 stars or nothing at all.
But we appreciate y'all listening and your support, and we hope this is as fun for you as it is for us.
Hi, Mom.
Say it again.
What?
Something? What? So she's saying hi, Mom. Yeah, her mom is one of the 4 people watching right now. Yes, we were up to like 9 earlier.
She's probably not.
Anyway.
She's pretty late where she is. It's pretty late where I am.
This is true. So thank you all again so much for joining us. We will see you next week. It's time to go.